Stop shaving forever. This is the ultimate guide with everything you need to know about Brazilian waxing. Whether you're getting it done at 20, 30, or even 40, the experience is completely different, and it's always safer when done right. From Nairobi to Lagos to Johannesburg, smooth skin isn't just about beauty, it's about confidence. So let's dive in. First, what even is a Brazilian wax? It's not just hair removal, it's a form of self-care. Unlike a bikini wax that just cleans up the sides, a Brazilian wax removes all the hair from the front, back, and everything in between. Many women in busy urban lifestyles prefer it for hygiene reasons and the major confidence boost it provides. But who should get one? Not every woman is ready, so let's see if you are. It's important to consider your skin's sensitivity, especially with age and hormonal changes. Certain medical conditions might also be a factor. First-timers will have a very different experience than seasoned pros. And there are definitely times to avoid it, like if your skin is irritated. Now, your wax can't go wrong if you pick the right spot. Always look for salons with hygiene certifications and experienced staff. Check client testimonials online, they tell the real story. In cities like Nairobi and Accra, certain trends might point you to the best places. But please avoid unlicensed parlors at all costs. What about doing it yourself? DIY sounds fun, but here's what you need to know. The pain level, hygiene risks, and skill required are much higher at home. While you might save some money initially, a professional can deliver safer, smoother results. If you're a beginner, I strongly recommend seeing a pro. Preparation is 50% of a pain-free wax. Gently exfoliate your skin about 24 hours before your appointment, but avoid heavy creams on the day. Keep your skin hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Check for any rashes or cuts, and always wear loose, comfortable clothing to your appointment. Hair length is crucial. Too short or too long, and it just won't work. The sweet spot is about 1/4 of an inch, or the length of a grain of rice. If your hair is longer, trim it carefully, and never ever shave before your wax appointment. It messes up the growth cycle and makes the process more painful. Let's talk wax types. Hard wax or soft wax, which is your friend? Soft wax is often used for larger areas, while hard wax is a lifesaver for sensitive spots because it sticks to the hair, not the skin, causing less irritation. Pay attention to the ingredients. Natural options like beeswax or sugar-based waxes are gentler on the skin. Pain doesn't have to ruin your day. Deep breathing and relaxation techniques work wonders. Some people use numbing creams, but check with your technician first. Timing your wax around your menstrual cycle also helps you be more sensitive right before and during your period. A little mental prep goes a long way. So what happens during the appointment? From strip to smooth skin, here's how it goes. The technician will clean and dry the area. Then, they'll apply the wax in the direction of hair growth and pull it off in the opposite direction. They'll apply pressure immediately to soothe the skin. This process is repeated methodically until the area is smooth. aftercare is just as important. Your smooth skin needs love after a wax. Avoid tight clothing, hot showers, and sun exposure for at least 12 to 24 hours. Apply a soothing lotion like one with aloe vera to calm the skin and keep it hydrated. Let's avoid some rookie mistakes. Don't wax over hair that's too short. Don't use old, ineffective wax. Always make sure the area is clean. Never wax over inflamed skin, and don't go too frequently. Give your skin time to recover. What about those annoying bumps? Ingrown hairs can be a pain, but here's the fix. A consistent exfoliation routine with a gentle scrub is your best defense. Avoid picking or scratching at them. For prevention, some people find products with retinol helpful, but if they get bad, it's best to see a dermatologist. How often should you really wax? It varies, but the average cycle is every 3 to 6 weeks. Your personal hair growth speed, skin sensitivity, and even the climate you live in can affect the timing. Ultimately, it comes down to your personal comfort. If you have sensitive skin, you can still wax, just wax smarter, not harder. Opt for hard wax and always do a small patch test first. Stick to products with natural ingredients and be extra diligent with your post-wax care routine to avoid irritation. Thinking about waxing while pregnant? It is possible, but be cautious during the first trimester. Always choose a professional salon that knows how to handle pregnant clients. You might feel more sensitive, so be prepared. Proper positioning for comfort is key, and avoid any products with irritating essential oils. Let's bust some common myths. Does waxing make hair grow back thicker? False. It actually grows back finer over time. Does frequent waxing hurt more? Not usually. It often becomes less painful. Does it cause sagging skin? Absolutely not. Does it make hair grow back slower? Yes, that's true. What about waxing for mature women, say after 40? Your skin changes, and so should your waxing routine. Skin becomes less elastic and more fragile, so gentle techniques are essential. Hormonal shifts can affect hair growth, and your pain tolerance might change. Moisturizing is non-negotiable. You can get smooth skin without breaking the bank. Look for local salon deals or loyalty programs. While DIY can be a budget option, remember to be cautious. Sometimes combining services can get you a better price. It's all about finding that balance between quality and cost. How does waxing compare to other methods like shaving or laser? Waxing lasts longer than shaving and is less of an upfront investment than laser. While it can be more painful than creams, it provides a cleaner finish without the risk of chemical burns. The best method really depends on your pain tolerance, budget, and desired results. Traveling to Mombasa or Cape Town, stay smooth on the go. Try to book your wax appointment a couple of days before you leave to let any redness subside. Pack your aftercare essentials like aloe vera gel, and unless you're an expert, avoid trying a portable wax kit for the first time on vacation. Beauty norms definitely shape waxing habits. that, in vibrant African cities like Nairobi and Lagos, being well-groomed is tied to confidence, especially for social events, beach outings, or even just hitting the gym. It's become a huge part of modern self-care culture. Ultimately, waxing is about empowerment. It's not just about skin, it's about feeling good in your own body. That feeling of smooth skin can boost your body image and give you confidence in social and intimate situations. It's a routine that encourages you to take time for yourself. For women going through menopause, your skin and hair change, but waxing can still work. Hair might become thinner, but the skin can be more fragile. Adjusting your pain management and focusing heavily on post-wax care with rich moisturizers is key. You might also find you need to adjust your waxing frequency. Finally, know when to see a professional. Not every irritation can be ignored. If you experience severe redness, signs of infection, a possible allergic reaction, or persistent, painful ingrown hairs, it's time to see a doctor or dermatologist. And if your DIY attempts are consistently causing problems, it's a sign to leave it to the pros. Consistency is what makes smooth skin easy. Plan your waxing routine by scheduling appointments in advance. Track your hair growth and how your skin responds. Combine your waxing schedule with regular exfoliation and moisturizing. Over time, it will become a natural part of your self-care habit. Now you know everything about Brazilian waxing. But the journey to perfect skin doesn't end here. In our next video, we're revealing post-wax skincare secrets for women over 40. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips.